Listen, if you're a developer and you feel like you're chained to a clunky, monolithic project, well, you are definitely not alone. We're going to talk about a way to break free and, honestly, save your sanity. And let's just kick things off with a pretty spicy take, right? This quote, it really nails the frustration that's been building up. The idea that one person can be an expert in this constantly exploding universe of tech, it's not just tough, it's kind of becoming impossible. And this is the feeling it leads to. It's burnout. Plain and simple. You're putting in all the hours, you're constantly learning, but it feels like you're just not moving forward. Your projects are a pain, the workflow's a mess, and you're just stuck. And this is the perfect metaphor for it. You are working your butt off, sweating, putting in all the effort, but you're not actually getting anywhere. You're just fighting to keep up with an old, broken system that's holding you back. So what exactly is this system? Well, that system, it's the monolithic platform. This all-in-one approach has been around forever, but its cracks are really starting to show. The key phrase here, the cursed phrase really, is tightly coupled. Think about it like a car where the engine, the wheels, and the steering are all welded into one giant metal block. If you want to change a tire, you have to take the whole engine apart first. It's just a recipe for a total disaster. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? A tiny, simple request from the business team turns into a week-long nightmare because everything is so tangled up. This isn't just a minor headache, it's a deep, fundamental flaw in how the whole thing is built. So let's just sum it up. The old way, the monolithic way, is slow. Every tiny change needs a mountain of testing. It's brittle, meaning one little crack can literally bring the whole system crashing down. And maybe worst of all, you're a slave to the platform, forced to use its clunky tools instead of the modern stuff you know is better. Okay, so that's the problem. It's a mess. So, what's the fix? Well, it's about decoupling the system, strategically pulling the pieces apart. And that brings us to the hero of our story, headless architecture. And here, the magic word is decoupled. Instead of that one giant welded block of a car, now you have a powerful engine, that's your backend, and a totally separate body and wheels, that's your front end. They talk to each other through an API, but they don't have to be fused together. I mean, you can see the difference right here, clear as day. We're going from something rigid and brittle to something flexible and resilient. And the biggest one for us, for the developers, we can finally move fast. We can actually build and innovate again. So when you boil it all down, this one change gives you two absolutely massive advantages. The flexibility to build whatever you want, however you want, and the speed to actually get it done. Okay, that all sounds great on a slide, but what does it actually mean for you, day to day? And how do you convince your boss that this is the way to go? Well, the payoff is huge, and it really comes down to three things. You get total freedom over the user interface, you can deliver your content literally anywhere, and you get a performance boost that actually makes the business more money. All right, first up, total UI freedom. This is a complete game changer. You are no longer stuck with some ancient, clunky template system. You can use React, Vue, Svelte, whatever the best tool for the job is. The backend just delivers the data. It couldn't care less what you do with it. The second benefit is a really big deal today, where people are on a million different devices. You hear the buzzword Omnichannel all the time, right? Well, Headless actually makes it easy. You can manage all your content in one spot, and your backend can just shoot that content out to any device you can think of through one single, beautiful API. So that one API can power your main website, your iPhone app, your Android app, a smartwatch app. You get the idea. And yeah, seriously, a smart fridge if you really wanted to. The point is, your content is now future-proof. You can build any head for it you can dream up, now or 10 years from now. And finally, number 3, speed. We're talking lightning fast. Modern front ends are incredibly optimized. And because you're not dragging along like 50 pounds of legacy code from a bloated CMS, your pages just fly. And that speed, it's not just a nice to have. It means better SEO, a better user experience, and higher conversion rates. Okay, so with all this in mind, how do you actually use this to level up your career? Where should you be focusing your time and energy? Now, this might be the most important piece of advice in this whole thing. Stop chasing the hot new JavaScript framework of the week. It's a fool's errand. It is the definition of that treadmill we talked about. The real value, the skill that's going to set you apart, is becoming an architect. It's about mastering the art of connecting these different systems. It's about being the person who can bridge a powerful backend with a beautiful, fast front end. And crucially, it's about being able to explain to a non-technical person why this approach is so much better than their bloated old WordPress site. Because when you can do that, you're not just a coder anymore. You're a problem solver. You're a solutions architect. And that is the skill set that gets you the high-paying freelance gigs and the senior titles that actually mean something. So, I'll leave you with this question, which brings us right back to the beginning. Are you going to keep sprinting on that treadmill, getting nowhere with these old monolithic systems? Or are you going to start building the bridges that will power the future of the web? The choice is yours.